are ready.
Are we though?
I don't know, are we?
I don't know.
I mean, okay, so the thing is, like, I can't actually see your face anymore because for some, like, it show your face and share the screen for some stupid reason. But, yeah. It is what it is. What you gotta do.
Interesting. Wait. Ah, there you are. Perfect.
Hmm. There I am. I wasn't here before.
Correct.
Ah. Shoot. All right. So, yeah, I believe we are now streaming. Let me see. Yeah, looks like we are streaming. So, let me,
Hide members, show members. What in the heck? I wanted to share. I don't want to stream. What's the difference?
yeah, I don't know. What are you trying to do?
Nothing. So what is this paper computer game?
Right, so this is called The Maze. By the way, I didn't have a chance to share the stream in Discord, so folks, anyone who's watching, if you could share it in the Discord, and, that would be most appreciated. But anyway, yeah, this is called The Maze. This is the new paper computer game, and, yeah, so, basically, in this game, you play as a character called Bernard, which is not my dad. It's a random guy named Bernard. And basically, right? You just kind of you're just going about your business, and one day, you find yourself. You pretty much just find yourself over here. So yeah. This is you. I don't know if you can see that right over there. This little dude over here. That's you. This is like a top-down view over here. So yeah, what do you do?
What is to my right?
To your right, that is a dead tree.
I would like to examine this dead tree.
Well, it's got a bunch of branches. Like, it doesn't have any leaves anymore. It's just like some, the wood looks sturdy, but dry.
Sturdy but dry. Are there any indentations?
I mean, trees have indentations, but there's nothing that particularly catches your eye.
Okay. I would like to go and pick up that knife.
All right. It turns out to be a machete. You got it.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. So what do you do?
What's to the right of the tree? Is that like a thing, or is that just like nothing?
That's nothing. I think that's just a smudge.
Okay. What does the maze, or what does this structure in front of me look like?
Yeah. So basically, it's a hedge maze. It's just like really, really tall hedges, like probably, 30 feet tall. And there's, a path forward that you can enter it through. And yeah.
Okay. I would like to go left and exit the screen.
You would like to go left?
Yeah, left. Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, what's over there?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's any other entrances to the maze that way, and it's just like a very, like, vast, empty wilderness.
What is there a shape to the exterior of the maze?
Yeah, it's like, broadly round. It, like, curves.
Okay. I would like to go around the entire exterior of the maze and look for additional entrances.
Okay. Yeah. So you're going around the exterior of the maze. You're walking. You're walking. After a while, your head kind of gets fuzzy and you kind of become disoriented, and you kind of close your eyes for a minute, and then when you open your eyes, you're back here again, and you're like, what the hell? How?
Oh, awesome.
What?
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to go to the right and try and start chopping through the outer wall of the maze
Okay.
with my trusty machete.
All right. So you come over here and you start chopping through the outer wall of the machete of the maze. You're chopping and you're chopping, but you're not really making much progress. Like the shrubbery is just really, really annoyingly thick, and it feels like each slice isn't really getting you anywhere. You can cut off like little branches and pieces and whatnot, but you're not really making much overall progress into the bush.
Okay. Can I climb over it?
Yeah, so not really. Like, there aren't really any good branches or like handholds or footholds for you to get on. You can kind of like scramble a little bit, but you just get scratched up and you keep like falling, back down to the ground because nothing really in there will support your weight that well.
I'll go in the entrance. Reluctantly.
So defeated. Okay. You enter the entrance, and there's a statue in front of you. And beyond that, there's this like dude standing in the passageway. What do you do?
I'm gonna look at the statue.
Yeah, so it's a statue of like some kind of clown on a stick. It's like a weird, concerned looking face with like giant green tufts of hair coming out the sides of his face on a tripod. He doesn't have any arms or anything.
Okay, I'm going to examine it. This thing is just an inanimate object, and there's not really anything interesting.
There's like a plaque at the bottom of it which has instructions.
Oh, what does that say?
It says, grasp the statue and declare his name to summon him.
Okay. Does it have any, there's nothing else on it?
Nope.
Just says grasp and say its name?
Yeah.
Okay, I will grasp the statue and I'll say Zuvak.
Alright, the statue is engulfed in a magical energy. And somehow the statue is replaced by a living, breathing, robotic, but still, Zuvak. He's there. He's like, greetings, I'm Zuvak. And he looks at you in surprise. Where am I?
I don't know. I was hoping you'd be able to tell me that.
He goes, huh. No idea. I heard people put these statues of me around the various planets for some reason, so that people could call me if they ever needed help, but I don't think I've ever been to this planet before.
That's really too bad. You want to follow around and help me then? If that's what you're here for?
Um, sure. By the way, chat. The chat is saying that I have my audio has an echo, so I'm going to try turning off one of the inputs and see if that helps. Let me know if that helps. House Groans. Anyway, yeah, sorry about that. What was the last thing you said, Harry?
Let's see. So, Zuvak, you don't know where we are.
No.
And you don't... Is the statue still there, or did the statue turn into him?
It turned into him.
So how does Zuvak get around?
That's a good question.
Okay, Zuvak, let's walk around. You follow me.
He says, "Very well."
Okay, what's the guy in front of me doing? What's he look like?
So he's like a big, like greenish brown dude. He's like, okay, so it's a troll. It's like a big troll. And he's got a big club. And yeah, when you approach, he goes, "Get out!"
What? Why?
He slams his club onto the ground. "This maze is not for you. Get out!"
Well, then who is this maze for?
No one! And he slams the club on the ground.
No one? Zuvak, do you know who this guy is?
Zuvak goes, it appears to be a troll. I don't know this one personally.
Do you know anything about trolls?
I've heard they're an aggressive species that exist on certain planets throughout the universe. Many people have reported having unfortunate run-ins with them. They're the frequent enemy of gnomes. Other than that, I don't know much.
So, hey, Mr. Troll, do you have a name?
He goes, Garrus.
Garrulus?
Garrus.
Can you spell that?
Garros.
Gross. What if I told you I was walking around the outside of this maze? Could you tell me anything about this place? I just showed up here, and I don't know how that happened.
He says, back up and I'll tell you whatever you like.
Oh, how far?
Out of the maze.
Are you gonna come with me?
He nods. He escorts you to the front of the maze. And he says, "This maze is dangerous. No place for your kind."
Well, whose kind is it? Safe for or place for?
No one.
Interesting. So does that mean it's not a good place for you either?
Yes.
Oh. Well, then what are you doing in there?
Keeping people like you out.
Well, shouldn't you also be keeping people like you out?
He says,
You're very confusing.
Someone has to be here to keep idiots like you out.
So, I have an idea. Why don't I relieve you, and then I can go and keep idiots like me out?
He goes, "Ah, you think you're the first one to try that trick on me? Nice try."
I don't know if it's a trick. I just think I'm doing you a favor. You see, I've got this machete here, and I'm pretty good with it. I'm gonna slam the machete on the ground.
He goes,
Like, look at how threatening I am with this machete. Slam.
he goes,
I can do I can do a great job at this. They sent me to relieve you, and I just am trying to give you a break, man.
he goes, "Sure they did. Your kind can't handle the maze."
Well, I'm not trying to handle anything.
You're saying you would take my place.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Are you
think
currently
you can handle
handling the
being in
maze? What are you
in my
doing?
place?
Just at the entrance, where you are.
He says, "That's how it starts."
Okay. Well, why don't you tell me what your experience is then? How do you know that's how it starts? What have you done?
He says, "We've been here many years. We've seen many like you."
And who are we?
People trying to get into the maze.
So people trying to get into the maze have seen many people trying to get into the maze. So what you're saying is that we've all seen each other.
No, we trolls have seen you people trying to get into the maze.
But you classified yourself as someone trying to get into the maze.
Well, I'm already in the maze, you see.
Interesting. You're in the maze,
Yeah.
guarding the maze. So, but you were saying that you've explored the maze.
He says, "I've seen many corners of it."
Well, what's in there?
That's not the point.
Then what is the point?
The point is, you can't go in the maze! And he slams his club on the ground.
Okay. Wait a second. Is there a statue of you in here?
He says, "No."
Okay, well, let's just go to that fountain and take a look at it.
Okay, when you try to get to the fountain, he smashes you with the club and kills you.
Oh, wow. He's really violent, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, save game. I will walk past him, and if he swings at me, I will dodge and keep running.
Okay, so when you walk past him, he swings at you. You dodge, but as you're dodging, his lightning fast hands grab your neck and pick you up and slam your head into the ground, and you're dead.
Okay. Save game.
Mm-hmm.
So then, Garros, why won't you let me pass?
He says, "You must stay out of the maze."
Yeah, that's not an answer.
He says, Too bad. Your kind always want answers, answers, answers. They're all tricks to get you past me into the maze. And he starts slamming the ground with his club.
Hmm. Okay, I am going to attack him with a machete.
All right. Any particular way you're just gonna try to like stab him?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Parries your machete and slams it onto the ground, and then smashes you.
Hmm. Okay. Oh. Hmm.
Okay. He gets angry and he like runs at you, picks you up, and throws you out of the maze the way you came, and you land on the ground.
But wait, I thought we were already out of the game.
Well, yeah, but then you started to walk. You tried to walk past him into the maze again.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
gotcha. Hmm. Okay. I am going to chop down the tree.
Okay. You chop it down.
Okay, I'm going to hollow it out.
All right. Takes a bit of work, but you get it hollow.
Nice, 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 nice. I'm going to use it as a disguise and slowly creep past the troll. Um, and every time he looks, I'm going to stop him.
So you're gonna be like completely inside the tree.
Yeah, but there's like a little hole so I can see through.
Okay. All right. You're able to get pretty close to him like that, and he hears you moving a little bit, and then he looks. He's like, "Huh?" And then you stop moving, and he's like, "Huh?" And he goes back to patrolling. And but then like once you're like almost past him, he's like, "Wait a second. There's no tree here." And he looks at the tree and he hits it with his club. You're mostly protected from the smash. You hear like it's like a very unpleasant vibrating in your head. But he knocks the tree over, bam, onto its side, and there's like shattered wood everywhere. And then he like looks at it, and I don't know. I guess it's just sitting there. So he's like, huh. Oh well, and then he goes back to what he was doing.
Excellent. Well, now that I am in this knocked over tree, I'm going to sneak out the opposite side from him and quietly go past.
All right. Which way were you trying to go? To this like left branch or to the right?
To the right.
Okay, I'm gonna say you make it.
Nice. Okay, so what's down? What are those little things coming out of the wall?
These are vines.
And they're just inanimate objects, just chilling there.
Yeah. I mean, except for the fact that they're kind of wriggling a little bit, like, more like animate objects.
Okay. I'm going to go over to the fountain.
Okay.
What's the deal with the fountain? What does it look like?
So you've got, so over here there's like a statue. This is like a big, tall, imposing statue. It's probably like 15 feet tall. It is Like, it appears to be a statue of something similar to a minotaur, a little bit different, though. It's like it's got horns coming out the sides of its head and sweeping forward to the front. It's carrying a big staff, like, upraised in one arm. On its sides, it's got two snakes, and the snakes are, that's where the water is pouring out of their mouths and back into the fountain. And there's just like water surrounding the central pedestal where the statues are.
Is there anything loose on the statue, or is it all just like fixed together like one big block?
Yeah, it's all fixed together like one big block.
Is there anything in the water?
There's some coins. They're like
Can I
old
collect
and...
them? How deep is it?
Sorry?
How deep is the water?
It's not deep. It's like, half a foot.
Okay, I'd like to collect the coins.
All right, you find about 10 coins.
What are they made of?
They look like bronze.
Any markings?
Yeah, they've got weird, like, alien markings that you don't recognize. Like some sort of a picture of, like, a domed building, but it doesn't mean anything to you.
Are they all the same?
They're of slightly different sizes. Some have, like, slightly different designs on them, but, same general... It's like written in the same alien language, and they've got different alien designs. Like one is the dome building, and another one is like, the tree. I don't know. Different ones have different random pictures.
Okay. Let's see. I would like to go down around the other way, kind of toward the yellow thing.
Okay, so you go around here and you go towards the puddle on the ground. When you look at it, you can kind of see, like almost see a scene, like as if it was a reflection in the puddle, but it's just a puddle at the end of the day.
What kind of a scene?
It looks almost like you're seeing like a maze from above, but it doesn't look much like this maze.
How deep is it?
The puddle, it's just, it's just like a puddle on the street. It's like, 2 inches maybe.
What if I disturb the surface or like jump in it?
You can't see the image as well. Once it calms again, you can, like, the image starts to take shape again. But yeah, it's just like, it's just as if it was a reflection in the pond, in the puddle.
Okay. If I look up, what can I see then?
When you look up, you just see the sky.
Okay, so it's not reflecting anything that I can notice.
Correct.
Okay. What's the ground like around here?
It's sort of like well, I guess there's like some cobblestones in some places, but mostly just a dirt ground.
Okay.
With like some patches
is there anything
of grass.
past?
Sorry?
Is there anything past the puddle in that little nook?
No, it's just an empty nook.
Okay. I will go to the left. Bottom left.
Alright, you go off this way, and that takes you... that takes you here.
Is that another puddle right in front of me?
It is.
What's the deal with this puddle?
It looks similar to the first puddle. Here, let me make it easier to see. Once again, it is a scene that you can see in the puddle. It's, it looks like you can see like dirt paths in it almost, and like trees. Almost like it's another maze, but once again, it doesn't seem like it's this maze. Other than that, it's, same deal as the first puddle.
Is there a way to record what the pathways look like in this puddle? Like, how would I know it's not this maze?
I guess you wouldn't.
What
Well,
makes
it doesn't look like a hedge maze, for one thing. Like, it just looks like, dirt pathways through a forest.
Hmm. And jumping in the puddle doesn't do anything.
Nope, same as the first one.
Okay, I want to go back around to the other path that leads to the dead end. That's directly above me.
Okay. So, alright, so you go back around, like, this path?
Yeah.
Alright, so you come over here, and this is a locked door. It's got, like, a keyhole in it.
What's the door look like? What is it made of?
It's like a very tall metal gate. And it is, yeah, so it's made of metal, and you can see through it because there's holes in between the bars, but yeah.
What's the gap between the bars?
Like 3 inches.
Okay. What's on the other side?
You can see, this is like a lever in this nook.
Lever.
Mm-hmm.
Is Zuvak still with me?
Yeah.
Can he fit through?
Well, his stick could fit, but his head isn't going to be able to fit through, and neither is his tripod.
Well, like sideways.
Well, how? I mean, like his head is a sphere, right? And like the head isn't going to fit through anyway.
Mm. What does the keyhole look like? Are there any markings on the door?
No, it's
or
just
around the keyhole?
it's just a typical like old-fashioned keyhole. You don't notice any special markings on it.
Okay. Hey Zuvak, what do you think about these puddles? We'll go back to the first one.
He says, interesting. These do seem to be showing something. It's almost like we're seeing other mazes. This one in particular kind of looks familiar to me, almost as if I've been there before.
Interesting, but you don't recognize it?
It kind of does look like somewhere that one of my allies visited years ago.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, let's move on. Let's go to the fountain and to the left.
Go to this fountain and then go to the left, like here.
Yeah.
Alright, so you go through this path, and that takes you over here. And this is like on the top of a little like cliff, and then over here is a slingshot.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
I will pick up the slingshot.
All right, you got the slingshot. What do you do?
And what's the deal with the cliff? How steep is it? How high is it?
Um,
And it leads down?
yeah, it leads down to here. It's about like 15 feet high.
And is it a slope or a cliff?
It's like a cliff. You could probably like jump down and be okay. It would hurt, but you could do it. But if you were at the bottom of it, you probably couldn't climb back up.
Gotcha. Can I see anything from here? Like off in the distance? Like, do I have a line of sight to either of the figures to the left?
You can see this one. It's another troll.
Does it look any different? Does it have like a big branch and stuff?
Not tremendously different. I mean, they're individuals, so they're not identical. But like, other than that, it's just another troll.
Okay. What about the other thing? That's a little bit further.
Other thing, you like this one?
Yeah.
I feel like you can't see that from there because like this wall kind of curves out a little bit, so you don't really have a direct line of sight.
Okay. Okay, let's go back to the middle.
Back to the middle, like you mean going back around?
Yeah, back to the fountain. No, just back to the fountain.
Okay.
And from here, the up above, like to the north, is that a hedge wall or is that another place to go?
Oh, sorry, yeah, that's a hedge wall.
Okay, I'll go to the right then.
Okie dokie. Going to the right.
From the top.
Yeah. Takes you here.
Oh God. Okay. What's at the bottom right of the sheet?
The bottom
Or
right,
the
like
maze.
this.
Yeah, I'll go over there.
Okay, so you come over here, and you see a little dude over here. He's like, it's like a little dude, like wearing a little cloak, and he just kind of like stares at you.
Hi.
He
Are you a gnome?
he says, "The dank."
Dank? What's dank?
He like points at himself. The dank.
Oh. You're dank.
And then he turns around and starts going into the bushes.
Oh, wait. Where are you going?
He ignores you and continues burrowing into the bushes.
Just like disappear in them, or like what does he even do?
Yeah, he pretty much just disappears in them. You like completely lose sight of him very quickly.
Okay. Let's go back the other way.
All right.
Down along the bottom.
Along the bottom? Okay. So that takes you over to here. And here you are. So in this area, let's zoom in on this a little bit. So basically over here, these things are a weird kind of snails. And see, over here there's like purple liquid that's welling up from a hole that's been broken in the ground. There's just like purple liquid welling up around it. And it's like all these snails are kind of eating the purple liquid. And then they come over here and, you know, they're excreting this weird pink liquid, which is sort of seeping into the bushes over there.
Okay. If I get close, do they just ignore me?
Yep.
Hey Zubak, do you know what these things are?
I've never encountered them before in my life. They appear to be a member of the snail family, but which I suppose is obvious, but beyond that, I wish I knew.
Okay. What do these liquids smell and look like? Are they different?
They are different, yeah. The purple one smells kind of like, I don't know. It smells kind of like weird and gross. I don't know, like maybe like Pepto-Bismol or something. And the pink liquid smells like sickly sweet. It smells like, I don't know, maybe Starburst, like the candy Starburst. Like something very, very sweet and like fruity. That's what it smells like.
Okay. And it's just like kind of coming up out of a well in the ground. Is it like, is the liquid translucent at all?
It's pretty dark. It's hard to see through. Yeah, it is. It's pretty dark. You can tell that it's coming up from a hole in the ground, and I wouldn't call it a well, because there's no like formal structure. It just looks like something smashed a hole in the ground, and this stuff is welling up from the hole.
Okay. Does the excreted material seem to have any effect on the maze? Or the hedges or anything like that? Like, what are these snails doing?
Well, I mean, all you can see is that it's soaking into the bushes over here.
And the bushes just look fine, but have pink goo on them, or are they like rotting in some way? Are they?
They're not rotting. In fact, they kind of look like extra healthy. They look like the leaves are like super, super vibrant. Some of the leaves over here are like a bit bigger than the leaves in other parts of the bushes.
Okay. What happens if I pick up a snail?
It's like kind of like frightened, but yeah, other than that, it doesn't do anything.
Okay. What happens if I pick up some of either liquid? We'll start with the purple.
All right, you got it. You got some in your hand. It's like a bit. It's thick. It's viscous.
Well, I have no way of like transporting this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll leave it here for now.
Okay. Gonna go back to the other screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so you go back over here.
Yeah, let's go say hi to the fat guy.
Alright, yeah. You come over to the fat guy, and then when you get close, you notice that he is sleeping.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna poke him. Say, hey dude, wake up.
He's like, oh, oh. He sleeps through it.
Can I get past him?
Nah, he's completely blocking the path.
Can I climb over him?
You try, but he's sweaty, and like you kind of like you make it a little way up, but he like in his sleep he's like oh, and he like brushes you off and you fall back down.
What's he wearing?
He's just wearing like just some like tight shorts.
Some tight shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna go grab a fistful of the purple liquid and throw it at him.
Okay. You grab some of the purple liquid and throw it at him, and he's like, and he wakes up. Who's that? What's going on?
Hey, I was just trying to get past here. Who are you?
Oh. Well, good luck with that. I'm the fat guy.
What?
He says,
The fat guy?
that's right.
Is that supposed to mean something to me?
Oh, yeah. It's supposed to mean your hopes of ever getting past this corridor just died.
Interesting. So what are you doing here, though?
Blocking people's passages.
How did you get here?
He's like, oh, you know, they transport me here and there. Someone always needs a passage blocked. I don't even pay attention anymore. It doesn't matter. You know, I hear there's a passage to block. I sign on.
I've got these coins here. I could pay you to get out of the way.
He's like, you make the faulty assumption that money matters more to me than preventing you from passing.
Wait, what do you mean preventing me? You have something specifically against me?
Well,
then why do you do it?
Well, this is a craft. I take pride in preventing people from getting where they're going. They wake up and they have all these dreams, these ideas. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go through this place into the other place, and then I stop them. and then they don't get where they were going, and their dreams just they just don't matter. You just can't get there. That's it. And there's an art to it, right? You gotta find the best passages to block. You gotta find the optimal level of the exact right place where you're gonna cause the maximum frustration by blocking the passage.
Interesting. And you think that this is that?
For the moment, I try many different passages at different times, but yes, I think this is a very good, frustrating passage to block, yeah.
What makes this one better than, say, the one over there? And I'll point to the one directly behind me.
Well, that one already has vines blocking it. So, that would be redundant.
Does it? They didn't block me from getting here.
Well, that's exactly it. If I went there, then I wouldn't block you from getting anywhere. You could just go around, or use magic or whatever you people do. But this passage, you can't get past.
Okay. I'm going to leave this guy.
All right.
Let's go back to Dank.
All right. He's not here anymore.
Oh, I'm going to try and find him.
All right. You rustle around in the brush. What?
Yeah, by digging into the bush.
Yeah, you dig into the bush. You don't find anything there, and you kind of can't fathom how he could have gotten through there, because there's no passage or anything, and you can't find, anywhere he could have gone.
Okay. Sure. Let's go. I guess let's go back to the other side then.
The other side? Like up here?
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, actually, I'm going to go investigate those vines and see what they do.
Okie dokie. You go investigate the vines, and when you approach them, they reach out for you. They try to grab you.
What does the stuff on what do the vines look like?
They're like super, obviously they're plant vines. They're sticking out of the bushes. They've got like little leaves sticking out of them. But yeah, basically they just look super, super, like vital. Like the leaves are, they're bigger than normal. They're super vibrant. It's just like, it's like they're enlarged and bursting with energy.
Okay. Does it seem like the pink stuff has anything to do with that?
Could be. I mean, if you look at this, like the pink stuff is like right on the other side over here. And it's seeping into these bushes, and then this is where some of those vines are coming out.
Okay, let's go back to the one on the right.
The one on the right?
Yeah, let me go to the right.
Okay.
Let me see how I see the other screen.
Alright, you're back here.
I'm going to start taking some of that pink goo and flinging it on the hedge maze right next to the fat guy.
Interesting. Alright, so you come over here and you can get like a sort of a handful of the pink goo. You can't get a ton of it. And, remember, this stuff has been soaking into these bushes for, like, a really long time. But you can get a handful of it, and you do bring it over here, and you fling it into the bushes by the fat guy. And when you put it in the bushes, it does seem like the leaves, after, like, a few minutes, you can notice that the leaves here start to, kind of perk up. Some of the plants start to get a little bit bigger, but nothing tremendous happens. Nothing no living vines pop out or anything.
Sure, I want to do a lot of it.
Do a lot of it? How are you going to collect it?
Yeah, I'm just going to collect it with my hands. Just go back and forth like 15 or 20 times.
15 or 20 times? Dang. Alright, 15 or 20 times, I'm gonna say you deplete, a third of the pink stuff that's, there right now, and with that, you're able to get a kind of a vine to grow, actually. It's not as big or strong as these. It's like a weak little, kind of sapling. And it does, reach out for the fat guy. And, it's like, But then, as soon as he sees it, he, it's sort of weakly reaching for him. He just grabs it, rips it off, and, eats it. He's like, thanks for the snack.
Oh, you're welcome. Do you want more?
He's like, yes, please. It'll help me block your path.
Okay. I'm going to go and chop off the vines in the vined corridor with my machete. Um, I'll collect them. I'll soak them in the purple water, and then I'll bring them over to him bring them over for him to eat.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, so you soak it in the purple water, not the pink water, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he scarfs them down. Then he was like, "Wait, what is this? Oh, you've poisoned me!" And he throws up. You better back up for this part.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'll back away.
He hunches over and throws up, and yeah, there's like vomit everywhere, but he has shrank just enough that you could probably get past him if you wanted to.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna get past him.
All right, you're able to slip past him, and that takes you up this passage, which goes over here.
What is to the left in the middle over there?
Well, this?
Or just in the passageway? Yeah.
Another puddle.
Oh, cool. What's in the puddle?
It's another scene. This time it's showing basically a it's showing like a tangled maze of highways.
Okay. What about at the top of the page? What's over there?
So, this is a path that continues off that way. There's like an overpass here. This is another like an overpass that goes over the path. It's too high for you to reach, but that goes over there. Then there's a path that goes off this way, and yeah, this is just more hedge.
Okay. What is on the screen to the left?
So as you start heading towards the screen to the left, you start getting feeling like confused. Like, you know, this maze is a confusing place, right? Like the more twists and turns, the more lost you feel. But the more you go this way, the more that feeling just like increases, and the part of your mind that tries to understand how passages connect to each other and, tries to make sense of it, that part of your mind just gets kind of overwhelmed and you kind of can't handle it. And as you go off this way, you kind of wander around in circles and you find yourself back over here.
Okay. Can I go down in the middle?
Yeah, so this takes you back over here.
Okay. What's at the end of both of these passages?
So
is that another puddle?
This is another puddle, yeah.
What's that one look like?
This one looks like an underground labyrinth, and you can see blocking one of the passages in the labyrinth is the fat guy.
And then the other one just has nothing?
Yeah.
Can I cut through here? Looks pretty thin.
Cut through to get into this area?
Yeah.
I guess I'll say that works. You can cut through with like quite a bit of effort. You can cut a little hole that will poke through into this passageway. or this one.
Okay. Cool. Okay, what's to the left?
So if you try to go to the left, the thing about that is that yeah, when you try to go to the left, you once again you feel that feeling of confusion and you can't go that way. You end up wandering back this way.
Okay, let's go to the north, I guess, then. Back to that screen.
Okie dokie.
And then I will see if I can take the top passage to the, I guess, left first.
Okay.
Is it the same thing happen going that way?
No, that one. Hold on, I'm just going to, okay. So that one leads you along this path over here, and that leads... wait, whoops, wrong one. That passage leads over to here.
Can you shift the screen up a little bit?
Like that?
Okay, so then... Interesting. Okay. Let's go back and then just try to go north. On
Okay.
the right side.
Alright, so you go back to this screen, you mean, and try to go just this way?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Is that the same screen, or is that something else?
That is something else. That takes you here. And you come into this passageway over here.
I see. Okay. What's the end of it look like?
This is like a pile of boulders, and it's like pretty tall actually. It's like boulders piled all the way up.
Like, how high?
It looks like it goes all the way up to the top of the hedge maze.
Can I climb them?
Yeah, I mean it's a little hazardous. It's like the boulders are a bit crumbly. Do you want to risk it?
Yeah.
All right, so you start climbing it. You do stumble. One of the stones breaks, and you kind of fall down a little bit, but you're able to find another handhold. Do you keep going?
Yeah.
All right, you make
Well,
it.
is there anything behind the boulders, like after they break away, or is it just like a solid wall?
Not a solid wall, but it's just like lots and lots of rocks.
Okay.
It's like it's like a rock scramble on the side of the mountain or whatever. But
Yeah.
anyway,
So, like, can I climb up here to get to the upper level?
yeah, you climb all the way to the top of it, and you are able to get on top of the hedge maze.
And so I can kind of go left now, and I'm in this passageway.
You mean like... Well, remember, you are like 30 feet above that passageway now. You could jump off if you want, but you're probably going to break a leg or something.
Well, I am, but isn't that passageway elevated?
This one?
Yeah.
No.
Well, when does it go up?
Over here, it's sort of like it goes up, and there's like here, like basically, yeah, over here is where it raises. It's like a raised, you know how sometimes there's like a bridge that, or like a walkway that goes over the highway or whatever, and just right before you get to the walkway, it raises up. This is kind of like that, but instead of with stairs or whatever, it's just like a ramp.
Okay, so I'm on top of a rock wall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't really have a good way of getting down.
I mean, you can climb back down.
In that. Yeah, I'll climb back down.
Okay.
I will try and break off sections of rock and roll them over to the bridge.
To the bridge?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I will try and climb up onto the bridge.
Interesting. Yeah, like that is taking too much work. I mean, like it's you know to pile up 15 feet worth of rocks that has a stable enough foundation for you to climb on. That's pretty hard to do. So I feel like
How big are these rocks?
there are various sizes.
I mean, I only need I don't know, 6 feet of rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can kind of prop them up on the edge of the hedge maze, and then I can kind of climb the remaining distance. I just need a boost.
All right. I'll say I guess that works. You should be able to find enough rocks there. It takes a lot of work, but sure, you're able to get.
Okay.
You're able to climb up the side of that, and you get up onto the bridge that way.
Excellent. I also want to collect a bunch of pebbles.
All right, you got a bunch of pebbles.
Or rocks that are suitable for sleep.
Suitable for what?
A slingshot.
All right. You got a bunch.
Okay, what is the big arrow on the ground?
It's like a big arrow that's painted onto the ground.
Interesting. Okay. What is this? Gee, what the heck is that? What's this puddle look like?
That looks like let's see. It looks like another a maze inside an underwater robot. This one actually looks like Zuvak. And that's another robot.
Let me go back to the lower screen on the top of the bridge.
Okay. So on the top of the bridge, that takes you here.
Yeah, what's over there?
You find a shiny glass orb.
Ooh, I'll pick it up.
All right, you got it.
What does it look like?
It just looks like a sphere made out of glass.
What happens when I look into it? How big is it? And then hold it, examine it.
It's a little bigger than a large baseball, I guess. It's when you look into
It's
it,
like a softball.
It
Like a grapefruit.
yeah, like a grapefruit, exactly. When you look into it, nothing really happens. You think you can see a little bit of shimmeriness there, but that might just be the light. It is also very reflective. So hard to tell.
Okay. What does Zubak think of this sphere? Do you know what this is?
He says, It looks in visual light. It looks like an ordinary glass sphere, but I am detecting some unusual radiation coming off of it. I can't say I know what it is. Never seen it before.
Unusual radiation. Oh, that can't be good.
I don't think it's harmful. It's a very low level, but it does indicate there's something interesting about this sphere.
Okay, cool. I'll take it.
All right, you got it.
And let's go back. Let's go back up a bit.
Alrighty.
I am going to toss the sphere into the puddle and see if anything happens.
All right. Nothing happens. I mean, there's a splash, but.
So, what is this flaming thing on my left?
So that is a giant flame. It's like shooting out of this pipe over here.
So there's a pipe sticking out of a wall, then shooting a flame.
Correct.
Okay. What is to the left of right here? Is that a passageway?
This is a sealed electronic door.
Okay. What does it look like?
It's like a solid metal door. Like you can't see through it at all. Just solid metal.
Okay, I'm gonna knock on it.
Dong 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 dong. On the other side, you hear a distant voice saying, "Sorry, I can't come to the door."
Can you open the door?
I'm stuck in the shrub.
Oh. Well, how do I open the door?
I don't know. Maybe try going around the other way.
Oh. Okay, I'll do that. I'll try to help you.
Thank you.
Who are you?
I'm Teddy.
What are you doing here? Do you live here?
No, just passing through. I just got stuck.
What do you mean just passing through? What are you doing in this maze?
Oh, you know this and that.
Care to be more specific?
He's like, can't talk. Signals breaking up. You should probably go around the other way and try to save me.
Okay, Teddy. So what's the deal with this fire? Can I get past it without getting burned?
Well, you can go around it. You can go in here or here.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So you go over here, and there's like another sealed metal door, but this one has a keyhole in it.
Okay. How big is this pipe?
It's pretty big. A person can fit in.
Get over it from where I am, or can I go around to see what's on the other side?
You can't get over it. It's kind of too high, and it's hot, so you can't really climb it. But you could go around. So yeah, if you go.
Yeah, go back around to the other side.
Okay, good.
What is that thing on the pipe?
That is a key.
Ooh, what's the key look like?
It looks a lot like the keyhole on that door.
Ooh, I'll take it.
All right, you got it.
Nice. Okay, I'm going to open the door.
All right, the door opens and you're able to get over here. And when you get through the door, you can see that over here on the other side of the wall, there's like a member of the Dank. He's like manning the controls, and he's just like furiously like pulling the triggers that are causing the flame to come out.
Oh. Hi, Mr. Dank.
He just like looks up
What
at
do
you like confused. He looks kind of confused and lost. And then his eyes kind of like fog over, and he just looks back at his controls and continues like pulling the triggers.
Hey, buddy, can I interest you in not pulling those triggers?
He's too out of it. He's like, he can't even like focus on what you're saying.
Can I like? I'm gonna take the orb out and kind of like put it up like right next to him.
Okay, so when you put the orb in front of his face, his like that draws his eyes. He kind of like looks at it.
Hey, buddy, snap out of it. What are you doing?
He goes, the Dank. And then he goes back to furiously pulling his triggers.
I would like to. Well, what do the triggers look like?
He's just got like two handles, like, and you know, there's like trigger buttons on the back of them.
Can I jam the buttons so they won't activate?
You don't see an easy way to do that. I mean, they're like, you know, they go in pretty smoothly, and there's no place to put anything to jam it. I mean, unless you can think of like a way. I don't know.
I don't know. Like if like you've got a trigger, I could probably like jam a coin in behind it.
Yeah, I think that might work. It looks like there's might be enough space for a coin to fit in.
Yeah, I'll do that for both the triggers.
All right. But his hands are currently like wrapped around the triggers. How do you get them off first?
I don't know. Well, I'll distract him with the orb, and like when he relaxes, I'll do it.
Okay, that works. You are able to put a coin in each of the triggers, and then once his attention goes back to the triggers, he starts pulling them again, and it doesn't work. The triggers are jammed. It works, but he doesn't even notice that. He just keeps pulling the triggers even though it's not doing anything.
Perfect. Go and look at the flame. Is it still on?
Nope, the flame is off.
Okay, I'm going to go into the pipe.
All right. The pipe.
Is there anything in there?
It doesn't lead to anything. It just leads to like a little you know, like a fuel tank basically, and a mechanism for igniting it.
How big of a tank?
It's pretty big. It's like yeah, it's pretty big. I don't like maybe 5 feet by 5 feet.
What about the mechanism?
Like you see multiple like igniters like sticking out of the walls inside the tube.
So, what does it seem like this tube is used for? Like, why is it just blowing fire?
It looks to you.
Is it like?
It looks to you like it might have once been, I don't know, anything. It could have been like a sewer pipe or something. It looks like somebody basically jury rigged this fire mechanism up to it.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See. Can I like break off pieces of it to make myself like a makeshift flamethrower?
Interesting. Well, I don't think it's gonna function independently. You'd need his triggers and to activate the igniters. You could probably get some of the fuel, and if you could get one of the, like, if you just break off a piece of the igniter, that's not going to work without like the electrical just that way. But maybe you could do something with the fuel if you had a way to hold it.
Sure. Okay, cool. Let's go out and then past the dank and to the right down that wide passageway.
Okay. So this, you just find a rock.
Kind of a rock.
Sorry?
Like, what kind of a rock?
It's like, it looks like a volcanic rock. It's like a different kind of rock than you've seen, by the rock wall, etc. It's a little bit sturdier, but other than that, it's just a rock.
Okay, I'm gonna take it.
All right, you got it.
So just a plain rock. I'm gonna try and break it in half.
All right, it doesn't break. It's too sturdy.
Okay, cool. Let's go back around and then down the passageway, kind of on the right.
Down the passageway, back around. Which way? This way?
Yeah, and then up into the right.
Up into here. Okay, so
Yeah.
in this passage we find there's like a guy sitting there, and he's got like a piece of paper he's been writing on, and there's like a dank sneaking up on him.
Okay. Hey guy, what's up? Watch out, there's like a dank over there.
He goes, what? Oh. He half-heartedly tries to get up, and he half-heartedly tries to shoo the dank away, but then he kind of like sits back down, and the dank like backs off for a minute and then starts advancing again.
What's the dank trying to do?
Just move towards him. You can't see yet.
Okay. I'm going to get up close and see what he's writing.
It looks like he was writing a journal on the paper. It's like an account of his adventures in the maze. And do you read it?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, it talks about his adventures in the maze, how he was like found the maze because he was curious, like, what's that? Like, who would have built a maze here? That's weird. And he, starts exploring it, and the more he explores it, like, the more curious he gets. But he quickly got lost and lost his way, and hours later, like eventually he just wants to get out of here and go home, but then he just like can't find the entrance anymore. He like got lost. And days go by, and the more days that go by, the more lost he is. He keeps trying to find his way out. But there's also a sense of curiosity. Like, the more he's in this maze, the more he like kind of wants to, know more about it. He keeps like, it's almost like he wants to be lost in a weird way. And there's like, but the longer he's here, like, the more like of a sense of confusion he feels, and he's starting to feel a little bit of despair as to whether he'll ever be able to get out of this place.
What's his name? Does it say? Oh, I can ask him. Like, what's your name, dude?
He's like, oh yeah, my name. My name was Fred, I think, right? Fred? Tom. My name was Tom. Fred. Tom.
Fred, Tom. Why was that your name? Why isn't that your name anymore?
No. My name is totally that. My name is man, I don't know. It's just hard to remember it, but my name was totally Fred. Right? Yeah, I feel like I remember someone saying Fred around me once. Yeah. There was this time when somebody was like, "Hey, Fred." Oh wait, no. He said Bill actually. I think. Yeah. Right? Because Bill. Yeah, that's my name totally.
Okay. How'd you like? What have you been doing here? Do you know what this Dank guy is doing?
He's like, I don't know, those guys, you see them everywhere. I don't know, it's something about them, man. It's almost like they're part of the maze itself. They just kind of like sneak around. I don't even know what they want, but I don't know. It's sort of frightening, but at the same time, I feel almost a weird sense of kinship with them.
Okay, I'm going to approach the Dank.
Oh, by the way, Kurt's in chat. He says, "Hey, this isn't the RA I was expecting." Oh shoot. Hey, Kurt. Which RA were you expecting?
How many Aries are there?
Yeah.
What's up, Kurt? Let's see. So, wait. So what's going on with this Dank?
Yeah. He is sneaking up. When he saw you approach, he kind of like backed off a little bit. He's like kind of waiting for you to go away so he can like come closer again.
Okay. So what else is down this passageway? Is there any, like, this guy was just writing stuff over there, or what? What is he doing?
Yeah, it's like, because he was just exploring the maze, and he just came in here for a rest and to write. So yeah, he was just sitting here with his paper and his pencil, and he was just like writing stuff.
Okay. Okay, I guess I'll just leave Fred, Tom, Bill alone. Let's see. Hey, Bill, do you wanna come with me?
He goes.
This Dank looks he's being kind of creepy.
He goes, yeah, I guess. I mean, where are you going?
I'm just exploring the maze.
Oh God, I can't explore the maze anymore. But okay, sure.
Hey, Zubak, do you recognize this guy?
Zuvak says, I do not, but he does appear to be human.
Thanks, Zubak. That was super useful.
I do my best.
Okay. Let's go up and to the left.
You mean like up through here?
Yeah.
Are you taking the guy with you?
Yeah.
Alright, so you go up and to the left, and that takes you over here.
Okay. What is that another troll blocking the path in the middle?
This is a troll, yeah.
Okay. What about if I just go down and past him?
Alright, you can get down and past him. He doesn't move to block you. Yeah, so you make it over here.
What's in this area?
So this is like a soccer goal, and this is like a goalie. And he's like, you know, obviously blocking the goal. There's like a door over here, another like electronic door. Over here is a soccer ball, and over here is a note written on a piece of paper.
Okay, let's check out this note.
Okay, are you sure you want to read the note?
Yes.
Okay, so the note, when you read the note, it says, if you read this, you die. And you die.
Okay, save game.
Alrighty.
What's the goalie doing? He's just chilling?
He's like, he looks ready to like, you know, block his goal. He's like, he's like a soccer goalie who thinks somebody's about to try and kick the soccer ball into his net.
Hey, soccer goalie guy. Who are you? What are you doing here?
I'm the goalie.
Okay. You got a name?
Yeah. Goalie.
Okay, goalie.
His eyes look even more fogged over than Tom Billfred's were.
Oh, okay. Do you know how to read?
He's like, yeah?
Do you want to read this note to me?
He's like, sure, I can read the note to you. He grabs the note angrily out of your hand, and he's like, if you read this, you will die. And he drops dead.
Oh. Oh, wow. Jeez, I feel kind of guilty now.
Well, you could always save game and undo it.
I don't know. Okay, so I will fold up the note and put it into my pocket.
All right.
I now have a death note.
You do? You got a death note.
Okay. I am going to take the ball and kick it into the goal.
Okay. It goes into the goal. Nothing happens.
Okay. What about the door that's back there?
Yeah, the door, it does not open. It's still closed. But,
What's it look like?
It has an icon of like you know, it looks like a drawing of the soccer goal, and
Okay. So the door is not unlocked.
it is not.
Okay. Okay, I'll save game.
Okay.
Hey, goalie, do you know how to open this door?
Heck yeah, I know how to open this door. You have to beat me
Oh,
first.
really? And how do I do that?
Haha. He stands ready to defend the goal.
Okay. Um, so I beat you and then you open the door? How does this work?
He's like, he's like, just beat me. You'll see. Which'll never happen.
Well, why not?
'Cause you suck. Ho.
um, okay. I am going to take the soccer ball and then shoot it into the goal with the slingshot.
All right. It's kind of too big for the slingshot, but I guess you're able to kind of do that. It's it kind of like yeah. I'm gonna say it's too big for the slingshot. You can kind of shoot it a little bit like that, but like because it doesn't get like it ends up kind of bouncing on the ground and it's going too slow, and the goalie's able to easily stop it and kick it back.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll just try and kick it into the goal.
All right, just a normal kick. He's able to get in the way and block the ball once again before it gets to the goal.
Okay. I am going to, dribble it up to him and then kind of fake out shooting it in one direction and then shoot it around him.
All right. You do a fake out you with your dribbling, and you are able to shoot it past him, and he's like, what? And like it goes in the goal. It's a bullseye, buzzing, and then kind of slowly rolls out, and the goalie like looks at it, and he looks at you, and he laughs. He's like, nice try.
Thanks, I just scored.
Did you? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how this works.
Is that how this works?
Yeah, you put the ball into the goal. That makes me win. I've beaten you.
An interesting assumption. You think you know the game you're playing.
Okay, well, if that's not the game I'm playing, then what are the rules?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Yeah.
He just stands ready to defend the goal. He doesn't say anything else.
Okay. In that case, I am going to hack at the netting of the goal with the machete.
All right. You hack at the netting of the goal, and it's not rope. It's like, it's got metal fibers in there, so it's pretty hard to cut through. You are able to sever a few of them. The goalie just like doesn't care. He just kind of, stands ready to defend the goal anyway.
Okay, but I'm attacking the goal and he's not defending it?
Correct. He seems to only respond to people trying to throw the ball into the goal.
Yeah, but I've already successfully done that.
Correct.
What does the picture on the door actually show?
It shows it just shows the goalie standing in front of the goal.
Okay. I am going to kick the ball into the goal again, using the same method I did before.
All right, like the same method, like the fake out. This time he's ready for it.
Yeah.
So this time he's like, "Oh, that won't work again," and he smacks it out of your hand.
What do you mean out of my hand?
Sorry,
I'm
not
using
out of
my
your hand.
hands.
Like right after you throw it, he smacks it down. Is what I meant to say.
You mean kick it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then right after he smacks it down, I'll go and I'll kick it to the other side.
To the other side.
Yeah.
Okay, so you kick it to the other side and you get it into the goal.
Yeah.
How
do you like that?
He laughs again. If only the game worked like that.
Okay, I am going to take him and then push him into the goal.
What? What are you doing? What? Ah! And you push him into the goal, and it's like, and the door opens.
Okay, let's take the death note over to the troll and try and get him to read it. It's like, hey, Mr. Troll, can I get past you?
Alright, as soon as you approach the troll, he's like, get out of the maze! Poof, and he smashes your head in.
Oh god, safe game.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to kind of stand back, take the note, and like kind of toss it at his feet.
Alright,
Maybe like wrap it around a rock and then like slingshot it over near him.
Alright, he sees the note on the ground, but he went, like, by shooting it, you attracted attention to yourself. So he sees you and ignores the rock and runs towards you. Like, ah! And like smashes you.
Oh, safe game. I'm going to kind of hide behind the corner and like shoot the rock over to him and then like kind of duck back around the corner.
Okay, like you hear him like unraveling the note, and then a minute later you hear, and when you look again, he's dead on the ground.
Okay, I'm going to go read the note.
All right, you die.
Excellent, safe game. What's behind the troll?
It is a lever.
Well, I'm going to pull the lever.
Good chink. You hear something from down south. Go.
Oh, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Does this troll have anything on him?
A club.
Okay, I'm going to take the club.
All right, you got it. It's pretty big and heavy. It's going to be hard for you to wield it, but you have it.
Cool. Let's go up past the goalie door.
Okay. So that takes you here.
Oh gosh. Well, does this ship look familiar to me?
No.
What is guarding it?
These appear to be like some sort of like robot dudes with spears.
Okay, I'm gonna try and walk past them into the ship.
All right. When you approach, they're like halt, and they hold out their spears to your neck.
Oh, okay. I'll halt.
They say, "You are coming with us," and they grab your. Each of them grabs one of your hands, and they start pulling you towards the ship.
Oh, perfect. This is where I wanted to go anyway. I'll follow them willingly.
Okay, so they take you into the ship, and then the staircase, the ladder like withdraws, and the ship takes off, and it flies off, and that is the end of the game. You have beaten the game.
Oh, heck yeah.
Woo! Now, I will say that is the primary ending, but yeah, I guess I'll leave it with that. But
So much more maze to explore. But now it's getting late, and we should do that next time. But for now, this was fun.
Yeah. Thanks for playing, good sir.
Yes. Thank you for having me. And let's see. I have an inventory. You don't have an inventory for me, do you? I'll have to save this.
Yeah. I wasn't super keeping track. I just figured that whatever you remember having, you can have. You know.
Excellent.
I mean,
there's also the sentiment of
what?
I do have to finish exploring.
Yes. Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Well, let me go, and yeah, we should do this again soon.
Sounds
So we
good.
can finish.
Thanks for playing. Have a good night, good sir.
All right. Thanks.
Later. All right. Thus concludes Ari's playthrough of the maze. Or Ari's first part of the playthrough, maybe? He is officially the first one to beat the game, the first one to beat it in the classic route, the classic way to beat the game, the original. So I guess that's all I really have to talk about. Looks like there's no one in chat. I would say if anyone's there, feel free to ask me any questions. Otherwise, I guess I will end the stream in the near future. Yeah. But yeah. I guess I'll just end the stream. Thank you folks for watching, and you folks are the best as always. And peace. See you later. See you.